What's up, y'all? Good morning and welcome to another weekend review here with me, Pat Flynn, here to help you make more money, save more time, and help more people too. And of course, our websites, our content platforms, YouTube channels, podcasts, etc. They're very important because they can help us build relationships and connect with people to earn that trust so we can then further serve and benefit from that. And I love marketing where everybody wins. And today I'm here to help you win too. And we're going to review some websites, some YouTube channels, and we're going to go through as many as we can so that we can help each other out. And a big thank you to anybody who volunteers to have their website reviewed. I'm really excited because this is my favorite time of the week. We get to go in and dive in. And of course, all these comments are coming from a place of service, trying to help. I've had a few people get a little butthurt when I tell them, things aren't looking the way they should, but it's all coming from a place of service again. And again, thank you for being here on a Saturday. Every Saturday we do this. If you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification icon so we can continue to stay connected over time. And as we close in on the end of the year, I hope we have the opportunity to start the new year with some really good websites, with some really good YouTube channels off on the right foot so that we can see more growth than ever in 2021. So if you want to see more growth than ever in 2021, hit that thumbs up button and also shout me out with your favorite emoji in the chat if you're here live. And if you're here watching the replay, say hashtag team replay in the comment section. Let's get this party started.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
Anybody else can pencil spin or marker spin like this? This is, again, only child, have a lot of random talents like this, stupid human tricks. What's up, Carlos? Good to see you. Clementina. We got Bill, CB's Territory, Martin. We got Just Samson, EJ, Ryan, Bernard, Martin, Manos, Scooby. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining me today. Really excited. I saw a comment come in from Martin that I want to share with y'all. This is really cool. Pat Flynn, you've turned my very small biz become a true global brand. I am now a true super fan. Thank you, Martin. I'm here to help, and that's my goal. And even if we're just meeting each other for the first time, hopefully you can get some value here. You continue to come back. I don't expect you to become a super fan overnight or even ever, but I expect you to at least give me a chance to help you and help others. And this way we can all grow together because we're a community here, and the Quaranteam here is very friendly. So don't be afraid. They don't bite very hard. And a big shout out and thank you to all of the members here with the green names, and of course the admins as well who are in blue. If you want to get access to some emojis and join the community and have some conversation in the community only tab at some point when we continue to have conversations and I crowdsource information so we can continue to help each other, you can join up. There's a link below in the description if you want to become a member, but you don't have to because no fee required. And again, thank you so much for being here. So let's talk about these things. Websites, thanks over the years, commenting on the sick shirt. NASA, DeLorean, Back to the Future crossover. Like, what else could you ask for? So let's talk about these websites, these YouTube channels. I want you to think about whatever content platforms you have, down to even the bio of your Instagram or YouTube or whatever. First impressions are really key. And when we go through these websites and YouTube channels, I want to offer my first impression on the homepage, right? The homepage being a very key component for communication. Messaging and positioning are very important because just think about how many websites there are out there, how many YouTube channels there are. I think it's like 30, 40, 50 million YouTube channels out there that are active. There's 500 million active blogs, let alone just static websites. There's a lot to compete with. So when we finally get the opportunity to have a person come on our website, we don't want to drop that ball. We need to have the text on the page, the images. We need to have the right messaging to allow a person to understand within literally the first 10 seconds that they're in the right spot. We want them to go, oh my gosh, I just found the thing that I've been looking for this whole time. So if you're not quite sure how to message that, number one, it's going to require a little bit of analysis and understanding and research. I want you to know the language that your target audience will respond to. I want you to understand the words that they would respond to. I want you to understand what they're going through. If you don't know that, that's okay. Content is a place for experimentation. But over time, we need to hone in on our skills. We need to better that messaging so that eventually we can get to the point where everybody who comes to the page, they either know that it's right for them or that it's not right for them. And And I'm talking about your homepage on YouTube, your homepage on your website, your podcast landing page, your bio on your Instagram, if indeed you're using that for business. All those things are massively important. The second thing I'm going to be looking for is what makes you unique. What is the USP, or otherwise known as the unique selling proposition. Sorry, I clicked the wrong button there. But kids clap emoji is cool. It is, right? Let's see. Anything Cameron says, hey, I can't stay long in the chat, but do you think you can review the draft of my website at anythingcameras.com? I would love to start with you for sure. And let's go from there, Noah. Noah, not Josh, right? Anyway, to finish off this final thought, we need to know what's unique to you. For instance, when we go to anythingcameras.com, I want to go, okay, how is this different than anybody else who reviews camera stuff? How is this a unique message? How am I going to go, oh, this is different and this is cool. I want to dive in more, right? Sound was muted during the Zoom, was it? Hold on a sec. Was it? It came through. Actually, let me try one. There. Did it finally come through that time? If it did, then I know what the mistake was. Thanks, Bernard. Cool. So, number one, first impression. Who's this for? Why does it matter to me? Number two, how is this different? And then number three, finally, where do you want me to go next? What's the most important thing that you want me to do so that you can guide me? Because I need your help, right? We can't expect our website visitors or our YouTube viewers to just kind of know exactly which videos they need to go to. On your YouTube homepage, I'm talking about things like your playlists and having it easy for people to find perhaps your most popular stuff. It's a really important and very, very common strategy on your YouTube homepage is let's have a array of your most popular videos. Number one, that shows people like social proof, like, wow, there's thousands, if not tens of thousands, maybe millions of people who've seen these videos, even though they were from years ago, perhaps, still pop them up there. There are reasons why those are very popular videos. They can help you get more subscribers, etc. Number two, might you have a welcome video or a very popular welcome video that is maybe not a welcome, but one of those popular videos too. And then of course, different playlists down the route too. Carlos says, I need a lot of help with my channel. LOL. Carlos, do you want to be second up? Let me know. So first we're going to go to anythingcameras.com. It's got to go, but we're going to go to the website, anythingcameras.com. Hey, Pat Flynn and fam, says David. All right, here we are. This is Noah's website, anythingcameras.com. Learn and love photo and video. Anything Cameras. Want some free guides? Give us your email and we will send you a Dropbox links to a guide about photography composition. And I know this is just a draft, right? So it's okay. There's going to be some things that I already have comments on, but I also love the look of the website. I think especially for a camera and photography related website, you're a little bit at a disadvantage because we expect the website to look good, right? If it doesn't look good, then what does that say about the work that you do in photo and video? Well, thankfully, this website looks good. There's some really good images here. Noah and Leaf there. Dope. Okay, cool. So, okay, Carlos Tacos, we're going to review your channel after this. I hope there are tacos. If not, it's all good. Okay, learn and love. I'm going to put my camera up there just so we can see each other. Learn and love photo and video, anything cameras. I do want to talk about the first thing that came to mind was this. So this box. Pay attention to the language here. Want some free guides? Yeah, that's great. I want free guides. That's fine. Give us your email and we will send you a Dropbox link to a guide about photography composition and a guide to lighting your video with window light. Okay, so please be very careful about how we ask for emails. This language here seems very give to me, very asking, right? We want to be the opposite. We want to be very giving. We could either be an asking or we can be a giving page. And right now we're asking, right? Give us, actually you're being commanding here. Give us your email. We don't want to start with that. We want to go, want some free guides, learn how to compose your photos, and use the lighting that's already around you to create the best looking photography you can. or videos, right? Insert your name and email and we'll send it to you right away. That's kind of what we want to do, right? Because that's giving. That's here's what we have for you versus, hey, can you give us your email? And then as a byproduct, we'll give you your guides versus, hey, we'll give you your guides. You just got to give us your email, right? So we need that kind of language to kind of come through, a little bit more giving, right? It's all about service to people. And you don't need to mention it's a Dropbox link. I don't think that that's relevant. And in fact, many people, although I would assume in this space, less so, but perhaps people could be very confused about that. A Dropbox link. Well, I don't have Dropbox, so I guess I can't use this. Although we know that's not true, right? You don't need a Dropbox account in order to have something given to you with a Dropbox link. So again, just little things here. I'm getting a little bit nitpicky, but give us your email and we'll send you a Dropbox link is not the best language. Want some free guides? A 3-page PDF to teach you photography composition and guide your lighting with window light so that, and the so that is the other thing that's missing. We need a benefit here, right? We need a benefit. What is the importance of good window lighting? What is the importance of photography composition, right? Is it so that our videos and our Instagram posts could get liked even more? That's a benefit, right? What is the end result? What is the thing that people who are here actually want? People don't want a Dropbox link. People don't want more email. They maybe don't even want a guide. They want the thing that the guide gives them. What is the ultimate outcome of the thing that you're giving away? We're getting really deep into lead magnets, but that's really, really important, right? So what is the whole purpose of this for the person? Learn and love photo and video, anything cameras. I think that in addition to some really cool close-ups of some camera lenses, it would be really cool to see some examples right up here because it's very black and white right now up top. And of course, this is the first thing that you want people to do, which is fine. I would also change the button language to be get your free guide or instant access or something like that. Again, subscribe is very like asking versus here's your free guide, which is very giving, if that makes sense, right? Good comments in the comment section, by the way, to help out each other, which is cool. And it would be kind of cool to see like you and Leaf here as well. I mean, this doesn't scream different than others yet. That's the other thing I'm looking for. How is this different than other photography and video websites, right? Learn and love photo and video. Maybe a tagline that is a single sentence that can express the main differentiator here, right? Is it super quick and easy videos, or is it perhaps specifically for a different reason? Are you targeting a specific demographic? I want people to come here and go, yes, this is exactly what I was learning for, or what I was waiting for, or what I was hoping for, right? Learn and love photo and video. Learn to love the art of photo and video so that you can have higher paying clients, or again, whatever the final outcome is. I think that maybe, Noah, and correct me if I'm wrong, you may be trying to cover a much wider net than you need to, right? It almost seems like you're trying to get everybody who's interested in photo and video. It's even apparent in the idea of, well, it's for both photo and video, which are two different avatars. That in and of itself is a challenge, right? But within photo and video, if you want to stick with those two avatars, there's so much, right? Is it the weekend photographer? Is it the advanced photographer? Is it the photographer and the videographer who's doing it for business, or someone who's doing it for social media and more likes and follows, right? So the more that you can learn about who's actually coming to your videos to watch on YouTube, and the more that you can understand about who's coming to your website, perhaps demographic, age, purpose, etc. What are the big struggles? We can hone in on that messaging. And I think that we need to really get and nail down that messaging. And that's going to be really key. We haven't even scrolled down yet. Some of our YouTube videos, again, this is a very, hey, look at us kind of thing, right? Versus, and again, this is fine. This is, many people do this. Here are some of our YouTube videos. It may not sound like a big deal, but imagine some of our YouTube videos. This font is really cool, by the way. That is definitely unique, and I like that. Some of our YouTube videos versus our best tutorials to help you today. Do you see the difference, right? Do you see the difference? Some of our YouTube videos, it's like, imagine you invite a person over to your house, and it's like a friend or somebody who's just coming in and meeting you for the first time, right? And you take them into your living room and you go, hey, look at these amazing couches. Look at these couches that you could sit on. That'd be kind of weird, right? Versus, hey, why don't you take a seat? These are, hopefully these are comfortable for you, right? have a seat versus look at our couches. Big difference, right? It would be strange to have a person come over and you go, check out these couches, yo. Unless you already have a relationship with that person, it might come across a little weird. For our online courses, I love that you have your online course here from recording to uploading. I think that, if we notice how much real estate is being used here, if we were to have this more pushed to the left and to the right, maybe instead also have a testimonial. The one thing about online courses is a lot of people have online courses these days. And one really easy way to help people go, wow, this is a real thing and I should check it out, is to see other people's success with those online courses. So you have this amazing video channel, an asset that you can use to invite some of your students on to A, teach content, B, use as an example, C, get found in the search engines for certain topics based on the struggles that they've had, and D, those could be video testimonials about your online courses that you could pop up here, right? Here's what one of our students had to say about from acting to uploading. We've talked about your online course before. We looked at the sales page. Again, we discussed this idea of acting to uploading. I'm not necessarily in favor of that language, acting to uploading. I think that we don't consider ourselves as creators as actors because we don't want to pretend. We want to be ourselves. And in fact, this kind of works against what, in fact, most people are teaching, which is you just show up and be yourself. That's not acting. That's getting in front of the camera, right? If that makes sense. Font is too small here, says Bill. I agree with that. And this is probably the most powerful section. Why? Because it's the first part that we see color and really just starting to understand, why is this different? How are Noah and Leaf different than anybody else? Because you're both unique people. And of course, you're both young, and that's great. And a lot of other young people could probably come to you for inspiration because there's probably a lot of older people in the space who've been around for a while who everybody's just heard of, and maybe they're just so saturated. Also, the idea of you guys just starting out is really key, and that connection to your audience is going to be really important because that, when you're small, this is for everybody. Oftentimes people think of the fact that they're starting late or the fact that you have a small brand as being a disadvantage. That is, in fact, an absolute advantage. That's very advantageous. And that's very advantageous because you have the ability to connect with a larger percentage of your audience. You have the ability to have the time to be able to actually reply to all the comments and to reply to all the emails, and not just reply, but have conversations and learn about the certain people that are coming to your brand and exactly why they came to you and what they're coming to you for, so you can attract more people like them. And of course, the more you show up, the more your vibe attracts your tribe. So this is kind of where I would lie in terms of what you should do for your just kind of the stance that you want to take, the aura that the brand has is, hey, you know what, we connect with people, we understand exactly what you need, and that's apparent through the messaging and the positioning, that's apparent through the courses that we offer and the communication that we have in the community and on the YouTube channel. AV says, oh, I love that analogy. Someone coming to your house for the first time. I got to remember that when creating content. And this is our house, right? Our websites are our houses, right? There's a reason why we don't like pop-ups, because imagine you invite somebody over to your house and you're like, hey, welcome to the Flynn family household. Would you like to buy this Tupperware? Huh? I don't even know who you are yet, right? So we got to be careful. We don't want to have our house sort of perceived in that way. We want to have it be welcoming. We want to invite people in and offer them something. We want to get to know them a little bit better, right? You sit somebody down at your house at the couch. What do you say? You don't say, okay, so would you like to buy this program? They're out. You want to say, so what's going on? What are you into? What have you been going through that I can help you with? Maybe that's a little bit more welcoming, right? Check out these couches, yo. Thank you all for being so welcoming, says Shay. Cool. So I'm guessing that because Anything Cameras is not here, he probably had to leave, but that's okay because he was first up. He's going to come back. And Noah, thank you so much for letting us dissect your website and put it back together for you, hopefully. And of course, you said this was a draft, so again, great start. So let's go back to YouTube, and we're going to go to Carlos Tacos and find his channel, Carlos Tacos. And I am going to filter to try to find the channel. Carlos Tacos, one video. So just starting out, which I absolutely love. Let me know if this is in fact the right channel, Carlos. If not, it might be another one. So would you recommend to do an About Us bit before everything else? Not before everything else. I think the most important thing when a person comes to your website is, what can this do for me? Before, okay, well, who is behind this? I think that should come up very shortly after. But I think people want to know first, okay, well, what is in this for me? And then, okay, well, if this is true, then who's here? And how am I going to connect with this person, right? If that makes sense. But Carlos Tacos, let me know if this makes sense. And then we're going to go to Common Sense Philosophy, who's been around for a while too. Okay. Thank you, Carlos. We are on the right spot. Boom. Okay. So we have a YouTube channel here with some, man, dude, you're making me hungry, I swear. Tacos are an amazing lead magnet, I will say. But first of all, I just don't know what I'm going to get here, right? What is this YouTube channel about? Who is this for? I love the image. Perhaps you can superimpose some text across the top. You know, welcome to Carlos Tacos, or Carlos Tacos, the place where blank. What am I going to get here? Who is this for, right? Is this just for anybody who loves tacos, and am I getting taco recipes, or are tacos just a part of your personality? And then we can dive into some topics about, I don't know, politics or whatever. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm going to get here. So that's one thing to keep in mind. Number two, the homepage here just looks like it's showing an upload. And it says, it's weird, it says 4.8 million subscribers. So it went to ER and then to Jack in the Box for Tacos. So again, I don't know necessarily what that video is going to do for me, or if this is more an entertainment channel or whatnot. But I think just we need a little bit more context here. Let me go to videos really quick. There might be some more videos. Now, this is the one and only video. So I would just say, you know what? Create more videos. Honestly, whatever they're about, try to keep them maybe in some sort of realm of, again, this might be more of a personal thing, and it's just an update on whatever Carlos is doing. And you just happen to have tacos in every video. That's like the theme. That could be pretty cool, in fact. And then people can get to know you and like you for your personality. That's totally fine. You don't have to have it be a YouTube channel where it's like, you're going to learn how to make tacos. You're going to have to learn this. No. But why should I connect with you, Carlos? What's the point of subscribing to your channel? And what am I going to get here? I cannot tell based on the single video that you have or any context. Let me go to the About section. My name is Carlos Tacos, and this channel will be about, guess what? Tacos. That's right. We will be... Okay, here we go. We'll be trying out places as well, as I'll be sharing some recipes with you. So kick back and let's see what we can get into. Except for the first video, there'll be a taco in it, so I kept it. Okay, so you can keep that, that's fine. If you go back to Mr. Beast's older videos and MKBHD's older videos, like, they had no clue what they were doing. And that's okay, but they kept them there and they honed in on their skills. So my recommendation to you is just like, let's make more taco videos, right? And then you might not know how to best do it. You might not know the right messaging. You're going to come up with those things over time. But I once heard recently that you got to get through your first like 100 videos to start to see even just an ounce of, okay, this is what it is actually about. And I've found that to be true with myself and for other people too, not on just YouTube videos, but for blogs and podcasts. But the cool thing is, likely, it's not going to take 100 videos, but shoot to get 100 videos up within the next year. And you're going to find that you're going to start to hone in on your voice and your strategy and what people are really resonating with. You're going to find a couple videos of those really pop, and then you can do more of that. You can find out that people really love the recipes, or maybe they don't like the recipes. And the ones of you just literally sitting in front of the camera, eating and reacting to it, which there are indeed channels that are very popular of people just eating and reacting to the fast food that they get. Again, you'll find out what your voice and your strategy is over time, but you got to create those videos. You got to be a disaster before you become the master. Start turning on the camera, even just with your phone, and pop them on to YouTube, and just let YouTube do its thing. And also you continue to do your thing, and you're going to find this great marriage between the two, because YouTube wants more people to come on. They're going to try and support you and offer impressions out, and you're going to find out which videos do better than others. But again, I would have that experience kind of teach you, and just kind of waiting around. And I see this one was published 11 months ago. Let's create some more videos, right? Let's create some more videos. Lex, the CPA says, oh man, I still basically have 100 videos to go, right? And again, that phrase, that understanding of, okay, you got to get through your first 100 videos is just encouragement to go, hey, it's okay to be messy, and you don't have to know what it is that you're doing before your first 100 videos. So let's just create videos and hit record. And then as you create them, as you publish them, try to get some keywords in there, or some really, really click-worthy titles and some thumbnails in there too. Like this thumbnail should be something of a taco, right? Or even the one of even that is a more interesting subtitle. Maybe it or thumbnail. Maybe it's an image of the suturing happen or whatever it's called. The blood being drawn plus a taco in your other hand. That would be click worthy. Did you really get tacos while getting your blood drawn? Anyway, just let's think about why people would watch these videos and what would keep them around, right? Cool. Awesome. Thank you, Carlos, for getting on the chopping block. We got a long way to go, but just hit record and go, right? Just hit record and go. What's up, peasant? Peasant uprising? Who put me in timeout? Are we good, chat? What happened? Is the audio still okay? EJ says, I'm halfway to my first 100 videos. I better get on it. You're getting there. What's going on with the chat? I see the chat. It's coming in. I see Martin says, what's going on with the chat, etc. That would be a food health code violation. That's true, Ryan. That's very true. Sometimes they give you food for giving a pint. Done it many times. I know they give you cookies sometimes, right, to get that blood sugar level up. You can still hear me. That was weird and not cool. Thank you so much, Pat. I have plenty of notes now. Awesome. Fantastic. All right, let's go to common sense philosophy. Philosophy. And let's see if we could find this YouTube channel. Anybody see my reel from yesterday? I had a fun time.
Hi, welcome to Common Sense Philosophy.
All right. Yo, here we go. See, this is what I'm talking about. Already there's personality here. There's somebody that I can see, somebody that I can listen to. There's a person behind the brand. I love that. Let us help you draw out the greatness in you with tips, techniques, inspiration, and motivation for your personal and all-around development, or all-around development. So a little correction there. New videos every Wednesday. Love how you have that in there, so I know common sense philosophy. So really good image. I love this. Even just you holding a microphone makes you seem more authoritative, right? Like, oh, this person has a microphone. Not just anybody would have a microphone and start talking about something, but this person does. So there's already a little bit of authority there. I think that the tagline could be, I think the tagline can be improved. And of course, is it let us? I think a lot of times, and this is a big thing that I've noticed a lot of first-time creators do, they try to have this perception that their brand is a lot bigger than it actually is. And I'm not saying you shouldn't try to have prominence, you shouldn't have try to avoid authority, but a lot of times the language is like, we at Smart Passive Income are here to help you with your online business needs. We are a company who strives to serve you. It's like we or let us. And that's like, well, if it's just you, then let's not even pretend. Let's actually take advantage of the fact that we, one-on-one, can have a relationship together. So is it us, common sense philosophy? Or is it you or me, right? Let me help you, or just even avoid that completely and just go, here to help you draw out the greatness in you with tips, techniques, inspiration, motivation for your personal all-around development. What if it was just tips and techniques, inspiration and motivation to help you be the best version of you, or help your greatness shine through, right? And this common sense part of it, I don't know what that means to you, but we need to know what that means to you so that we can understand, okay, why is this different? There's a lot of people teaching motivation and inspiration and common sense philosophy, or not common sense philosophies, tips and tips and strategies and such. But what does the common sense part mean to you? If that can come across in your tagline, that could work much, much better, if that makes sense. All right, so common sense philosophy. Let's scroll down. How to make more money this year without change of career. We can capitalize at least the first part of this instead of all lowercase. That just, people see all lowercase as just like, oh, this, it's just this perception of, okay, it's not an actual sentence. So just keep that in mind. These thumbnails are looking really good. You too can earn in millions. How to get out of debt completely. Way out to being broke. These thumbnails are really good, except for this one, which is just, I don't know, a cut off Samsung store. But these are really good. let's actually play a video if you all don't mind. And I'm going to come in here, and thank you moderators for doing your thing. Appreciate it. Don't know if there was a spammer in the house, but hey, it's all good. Some people need a lesson or a good before kind of knowing what's right. Okay, so let's watch this video really quick.
Hi, welcome to Common Sense Philosophy. How do you make $1 million before you are 30? We already discussed if it was okay to be young and rich. And yes, it is. We already discussed what to do in financially troubled times.
So first of all, very welcoming, very professional looking. I love the suit. You have the lapel microphone. The audio's sounding great to me. The positioning of the camera is really good. You definitely stand out from the background. All great things there. You have this nice looking watch. So again, very much an authority play, and I think it's working for you, and I think that's fine. I think that what we could do is we could work on the hook a little bit more and really hone in on that. This is the biggest piece of advice I can give to any YouTuber. The hook is everything, right? The title and the thumbnail are obviously very important, but when a person clicks, how within the first 10 seconds are we really gonna get a person to go, all right, I'm dedicating the next 5 minutes to watching this video. Like, let's go, right? We need to really hone in on that so that people can go, wow, this is exactly what I need, right? So if I was helping people understand, I think the hook here was, let me play this again. It's almost like you can become a millionaire by the time you're 30, right?
Hi, welcome to Common Sense Philosophy. How do you make $1 million before you are 30?
Okay, and you have the lower third in there. That could probably come in a little bit sooner as you are speaking it, right? When you have lower thirds that sort of share something or, subtitles, you want them to kind of pop up when you are saying it. So you said it and then it came through. I think that could come in a little bit earlier. Excuse me. And again, thank you, moderators. Pat, what are your thoughts on audio starting right away on YouTube videos and ads on Facebook? Scares the heck out of me sometimes. Haha. What are your thoughts about audio starting right away on YouTube videos? I mean, I think it's, would you rather have silence in the beginning? I'm not quite sure what the question or where this is coming from, but I think maybe you mean like hard-hitting loud audio, perhaps? I'm not quite sure. Let me know if you can clarify that question. But for this video here, again, the hook is everything, right? So I think starting with the hook, even before, your intro was short enough where it wasn't a problem for me. Sometimes people go way too far into, hey, welcome to Common Sense Philosophy. My name is such and such. Here we do this, and we inspire you to motivate you and tips and for your greatness, etc. And then welcome to the video. Make sure you hit subscribe. Thank you for joining me today. Today we're talking about blah. And it's like 30 seconds in and I finally get the thing I actually clicked for. Your intro, welcome to Common Sense Philosophy, that's totally fine. Short enough where it's not a bother. So you could keep that. But then we really need to hone in on the hook, right? Maybe even saying, what if, can you imagine making $1 million by the age of 30? There's a lot of people who've, in fact, been able to do this. For example, so-and-so, so-and-so, and so-and-so. And in this video, I want to share with you how you might possibly be able to earn $1 million before the age of 32. Not 32, 30 also, right? But not only did I share a what-if statement to help people go, yeah, that would be cool, but I also shared proof, right? Sharing some sort of proof right away alongside that statement goes a very, very long way. I want you to, again, keep this in mind. This is for everybody. When you have a hook, if you can share proof to go along with it, whether that's proof of your own story, somebody else's stories, data, whatever it is that you can share, a case study, that goes a very long way. Brian Dean from Backlinko talks about this quite a bit. He says in his videos things like, and he starts out, in this video, I want to show you how to rank higher in YouTube for the videos that you create. These strategies that I'm about to share with you helped me get my videos, these videos, and he shows you like screenshots of his videos ranking #1 after implementing these strategies. So now he shared with me something that I want. Then he shared with me proof that this thing actually worked. And in my brain, I'm like, okay, I'm sitting and I'm watching this because I want that. And this is obviously working for him. So I want it to work for me too, right? Bill says, you can open a hook store on YouTube. Thank you so much for that. When you land on the YouTube channel or when scrolling Facebook and immediately the video starts really loud. Sorry, my question wasn't clear. Okay, I get it, right? So when you have a preview video or a welcome video, right? A featured video on your YouTube homepage, that's going to play right away. And I think that you have to have it be your style. If it's loud music for the purpose of just scaring people in, then that's hard. And I think ads do this because we're trying to stop people from scrolling, right? So I think it's just a personal preference. I'm not necessarily a big fan of loud noises right away out of nowhere, but I do like to be purposefully distracted when it benefits me. Let me say that again. I like to be purposefully distracted when it benefits me. Meaning, if a video pops up and it's distracting me and it's exactly what I needed, perfect. I'm okay with that. But if it's a video that's distracting and it's loud for no reason, or it's just trying to capture my attention and it takes me down this rabbit hole that I didn't want to go in and I'm just wasting my time, then no, I don't want that, right? What about a weekly intro video? A weekly intro video. So that's an interesting question, Bill. What do you mean by a weekly intro video? Every week on the YouTube channel, reintroducing yourself to your audience, or having a new introduction video pop up every single week? I think that would add a lot of additional work, and I think that you might be able to benefit from having a new video perhaps every 6 months, and that would hone in on a language that you could process and use and share so that it's actually more evergreen and probably a lot stronger, right? If you can hone in on the one thing that you could say in a 2-minute video to keep people watching today and, months from now, then what would that be, right? Cool. Hey, Pat, been listening to you for like 8 years. You are a real asset to the industry and love the helmets in the back. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Cool. Make sure and review Veggie Tacos too for us veggie folks. Carlos, I'm subscribing. Love Mexican food, originally from California. I'm big on Mexican food too. In fact, we made some homemade enchiladas last night. Anyway, let's continue on with Common Sense Philosophy's video here. I'm just going to scroll all the way through to see if there's any. Ooh, okay. I like what I'm seeing here. Let's play this part where it changes.
That's a far-fetched goal. How you can earn $1 million in 3 years or less. Will you not like that?
Like that little zoom in there. That's something that actually is a really great strategy on simple videos like this. Just using your editing program to insert moments, especially in important moments or when you drop that mic or whenever. Zooming in a little bit or having a little zoom in effect can work really, really well for sure. See, here's the splash intro. It's okay to have it after a really good hook. A little bit of follow me on YouTube, subscribe. Common Sense Philosophy on Instagram.
Welcome back. Don't be fooled by what is going on in the world.
Okay, let's keep going here. There's a little lower third here as well.
By getting a higher certification or by getting acquired skills. Skills that will help you.
Okay, so this is just sort of for more tips. So one thing that I think you could benefit from is having a little bit more movement on the screen, switching back and forth between a video like this and then like a thing that pops over the screen, and then switching back and then having some movement down below. And then this all keeps people interested in watching the video. All these little moments and tips to help people. These are called what I like to call pattern interrupts. If it's just a face in a video the whole time, the content has to be really good. I'm not saying your content's not really good. It's seemingly very helpful, but we can stack things in our favor by having movements and things on the screen, right? Like when I go, hey, thanks everybody, I appreciate you. These are things that keep you watching because you never know really what's going to pop right. Like maybe some animations like this, right? So I think it's really key to, and again, you don't have to get like crazy with it and have something pop up every moment. But I think, once a minute, having something like B-roll shared, B-roll being as you're speaking about something, maybe there's a video that plays that you filmed about something else, or maybe some B-roll, other videos that you have that you can kind of pop in there, but your voice keeps going, but the video keeps playing. And this will just add to the professionalism and also keeping people watching all the way through. And of course, the longer you can get people to watch more of your videos, the more likely it is that YouTube's going to serve it to more people, because YouTube's ultimate goal is just to get more people to watch more videos. So let's actually take advantage of that fact and keep people in our videos for longer by using a lot of these things, if that makes sense. Bill says his sound echoes too. Let me just verify that that is not me, but in fact, let's see. So if I'm sharing my screen here.
Improve your job qualities. Skills that will help you better fill managerial positions.
Yeah. Okay, so there is a little bit of echo there. Thank you for that, Bill. And, audio is obviously very important. Caleb, my videographer, once said, audio is so important that, if there's a video and the video quality is not good, but the audio is okay, you'll actually still watch it versus, which is funny because the audio is the thing that's holding it together. But if the video has really good like visual quality, but the audio is bad, people are going to leave, right? So that just shows you how important audio actually is. And when it comes to echo, there's a lot of things that we can do. I think perhaps you might be in a room. It looks like you're in a room that's, I don't know, perhaps just a box, right? And in this box, you're not able to muffle the echo because there's just so many walls and reflections of sound happening. There's nothing absorbing that sound. So if you happen to have hardwood floors, let's make sure to have some carpet in there, or a rug at least. The more shaggier, the better. I've tested that. Having furniture and other sort of rounded items, soft items that can help absorb quality, echoes and sound reflections and reverberation is great. And then finally, if like blankets and pillows in the room can go a very long way too. So kind of covering those harder surfaces, and that's really important. And plus, having the microphone a little bit closer to your mouth. The further away your microphone is from your mouth, the more likely it is echo is to happen, because sound is being captured all around now versus just kind of here. The closer you are to your microphone, the less echo there will be. Just that's physics, right? So let's not lollygag on our sound quality, and let's make sure that we actually pay attention to the audio quality too. It's not terrible, but if that's something we can fix, we definitely want to fix it. And Stephanie says, the background's kind of boring too. These kinds of backgrounds, it's more of a personal preference. Although the background could be enhanced with either a bookshelf or something on the wall or a picture or something like that, it's not to say this won't work either. This has a very clean look, and of course, with the suit and the nice white collared shirt, like that could work too. So I'm not a huge, I'm not saying that's terrible, but you can potentially make that happen. Dawn says, how close is my microphone? Now, I have a special case here because my microphone is literally right off the camera. You can see where my finger is. Hopefully that's coming through. And this is a shotgun microphone, which is specialized to only capture sound in like a ray coming right out, like a shotgun, right? So it's a shotgun microphone. A Rode NTG is the name of it. And this is a thing that you see on television sitcoms. When they film it, there's that guy with the boom arm who's holding it, and the mic's like going up, and then it has a mic pointing down. That's there to only capture that particular actor's sound. And that's why they do it that way. So that's a specialized kind of microphone, but that's the case there. That was a bad use of the secret word, though. It was not the best, I will say. All right, so let's keep going here. In fact, I do want to play some of Brian Dean's videos really quick, because he's a really good example of how to A, hook people, and B, how to really show proof at the beginning of your videos, right? So pay attention to this video. This came out 3 days ago. How to get more traffic to your blog in 2021. So Brian's very smart, by the way. See, he has the white background too, so he doesn't have anything interesting in the background, but his videos are still doing extremely well. In fact, if I go to his channel, and I go to videos, and I go to most popular, 2.2 million views, 1.1 million views, 700,000, 600,000, and these are really good. Okay, so let's go to the homepage. I'm going to play his latest video, which if I go to videos, in fact, okay, so thumbnail. It's not telling me much, but I do see a graph that's going up with a very clear sort of upward tick, and that's what we want, right? Faces get clicked on often more than not in many cases, right? And of course, Brian, look at all of Brian's thumbnails. They all look virtually the same. So that's actually beneficial, because when you see a related video in the sidebar, you kind of know that it's a Brian video because you see Brian and he has that color, right? More traffic in 2021. He's already thinking about 2021, and people want to know what to do next year. They're starting to think about that. So it's perfect timing for this, right? But let's play this and let's hear how Brian hooks us in.
In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to get more traffic to your blog. The secret? Content promotion. In fact, the strategies I'm about to share with you have helped grow my blog to 407,000 monthly visits and 150,000 email subscribers. I'm Brian Dean, the founder of Backlinko.
Okay, so he gave us a little tidbit and then showed us exactly how this was going to help us, right? He even said, like I said before, the strategies that I'm going to share with you in this video have worked for me to do this. And he knows that his audience wants to grow their email list, so he included that in there. And he also included some very clear behind-the-scenes traffic numbers and then circled it, made it very clear. Again, 17 seconds in, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to watch this video too, right? Content promotion. Well, what does that mean? Well, I guess I got to stick around to... Can I unhide peasant? How do I... We can make that happen, peasant. I'm not exactly sure how right now, but we'll make it happen. Let's see. There. We should be good to go now. Sorry about that. That was probably a mistake. Okay. So that was a good intro, right? Let's go to another video because Brian's just amazing at this. Here's one. It's just like a question, right? Does page speed actually impact SEO?
Does site speed actually affect your Google rankings?
So first of all, he just asks the same question, which is really great, right? And it, number one, connects us to what we just clicked on. And number two, it also is good for the algorithm because in the first part of the video, and Google and YouTube, of course, have machines that can transcribe these things. It shows relevance to that topic as well. Shay, welcome to Team Flynn. Thank you so much, Shay. Appreciate you. Cool. So let's play the rest of this video. Let me start it one more time.
Does site speed actually affect your Google rankings? Well, I recently decided to put this ranking factor to the test, and the results might surprise you. I'm Brian Dean.
Oh my gosh, I need to watch this video now, right? So he could have just said, and the results are very clear. Yes, it does. Let me show you why. No, he didn't say that. He said, and the results might surprise you. Okay, let's see if it does. I'm going to watch even further, right? If that makes sense. So yes, there we go. I would watch in the shower speed, so high energy. Let's watch another one. Again, I think that seeing examples of a master at their craft like this is really good. How to rank #1 in Google in 2020.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to rank #1 in Google. In fact, the 7 techniques in this video have helped me get #1 rankings for keywords like YouTube SEO and no follow links. I'm Brian Dean, the founder.
12 seconds. Unreal. How to write a blog post that gets massive traffic. It's coming. I feel it.
In this video, I'm going to show you how to write a blog post that gets hundreds of comments, thousands of social shares, and first page Google rankings. In fact, I use the exact process in this video to grow my blog to 426,496 visits per month. I'm Brian Dean, the
17 seconds. Are those not like the most brilliant hooks in the world? Right? Janad says, I'm pretty sure people still can't see my comments. We see you. It seems like the YouTube chat's being very weird today, right? Cool. Anyway, hopefully that helps you to see an example of somebody who is really driving home this really, really amazing hook in the beginning, right? And I try to do this, and I'm trying to get better, but Brian's really good. Plus, I think the thing that makes it very, very beautiful is he adds that proof. He doesn't have to spend the time to create screenshots of his results and to have them move around on the screen like this and to circle the number, but guess what? There's a reason why he does that, because that is actually part of the entire hook, and that's so, so important, right? 64 gigabytes of RAM might help keep your lag down. I have the highest, most expensive MacBook Pro, whatever those, the 16-inch, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but I have the highest MacBook Pro in terms of stats, and it still does this. It's because we're doing like 20 things at the same time. So is the chat live? Yes. Thanks for sharing, Brian Dean. I need to check him out. Great example of hooks. Yes, his hooks are pretty crazy. Now, of course, you have maybe a different line in terms of aggressiveness here. I see the mature man says, maybe too aggressive for me, and that's okay. But I think the lesson here is that we need to give people a reason early on in the video to stick around and watch. We need to show proof that this thing actually works, right? And then we need to show maybe a little bit of something so that people want to stick around and get the rest of it. Cool. Ah, Mac, there's the issue. That's funny. I do have 2 really good Corsair 1 PCs, and I gotta say, it's definitely quite smooth. And I've done some Twitch live streaming, but really never had any issues with lag or processing on those devices. So, and I also get access to the, the Go XLR, which is a Windows-only sound and voice changer, which I really love. Okay. Over the years says, if you could look at my other channel, Authentic and the Beard. I know we need to work on adding playlists and other things, but just wondering if you have any other tips. Yeah, why not? We got 5 minutes. Let's go there. Authentic and the Beard. Here we are. 693 subscribers, 55 videos. All right. So yes, definitely playlist. You've called yourself out already for that one. Showing more videos on your homepage, absolutely, especially even a welcome video or your most popular video. It's very common to put your most popular video as the welcome video. I would choose the video that's either built for a welcome to tell people what it's about, but I think that also you could choose your most popular video, the one that has been getting the most subscribers for you. And that's what I do. Whatever the recent videos that I've been publishing that is getting the most subscribers, I use that as my welcome video for people who are brand new to my page. Because you can have a video that is for returning users as well, separate. But for new users, putting that one that gets the most subscribers makes sense because people are there. That's doing a great job getting subscribers, and it's right there on the homepage. So let's put that one too. Maybe another time for my page. Cool. Yeah, Bill. Let's keep that in mind, and let's if you're with me next week, and remind me that I talked about it this weekend, and we can get you in there. Sorry, it's just kind of random, and there's a ton of people. Does YouTube stream pay better than Twitch? It depends. YouTube streams don't have like an affiliate or partner program, not at least like Twitch where you can unlock those levels, Hellfather. But at the same time, YouTube has a lot better algorithms to be found more. So there's sort of a give and take there, if that makes sense. All right, Authentic in the Beard, 693 subs. You were well on your way to 1,000. Let's keep up the good work there. Let's see. Artwork. Pretty cool artwork. I get to kind of see the personalities behind there. I think you could benefit from a tagline or even the name or something, a logo if you have one, that just allows me to go, whoa, here's what I'm going to get when I get here. I think that the people who are coming here already know who you are. We want to know if we can capture those who don't yet know who you are. What would you do, or what can you say? What phrase might you share to just help a new person understand? What's your elevator pitch to help people go, oh, this looks like pretty cool. I want to click play on some of these videos, right? So let's do that. So let's go into some of your videos. I want to see what some of your most popular videos are. The thumbnails are looking okay, right? It's like the same 3-image sort of sequence in the background, and then the sort of name of the thing in the title. The title obviously is going to be really key for what this is, and of course this is more about sports, so things that are happening in real time or right now that you're talking about is really key. But I think you can even make these a little bit larger, right? Because remember, most people are finding these on their phone, and you have a lot more real estate around the outside that you could probably benefit from if you just enlarge the text, or maybe even, yeah, I'm glad that it's not essentially sharing the same thing, but NFC East Week 9 preview, how much of a draw is that versus like a ridiculous week in NFL football, right? Something like that would perhaps get me to click more versus just sort of here's what it is versus like here's something that I could tease about it in the title or the thumbnail itself that would get me to click on it if it came across my stuff, right? EJ was having trouble discovering what this was about, as was I, until I started to read some of the titles, right? So, NFL chat, fun times, or I don't know, something like that even could be much better than just an image like that up top. All right, scrolling down. Let's play one of these videos, in fact. Now, these are live streams, or a lot of these are live streams. Looks like you also have clips, perhaps, from some of your live streams, too. That's the other thing. You might be able to benefit from taking very, very powerful clips from your episodes and actually, like, having a chunk of 5 minutes, 6 minutes about a very specific thing that could be optimized in the thumbnail and the title for search. And then you have these clips that can then feed into the larger one. And these clips, just like JRE, right? Joe Rogan Experience, they get found more often than the full episode. But the full episodes, people talk about them, they share them word of mouth, people find them from the clips and they go and dive into that. But the clips in and of themselves, I found Joe Rogan through a very specific video about a very specific thing. And of course, in these live streams, you're likely talking about a whole bunch of things at the same time too, right? But let's play one of these live streams. I want to see how it feels, how it starts, etc. Note that I'm 16 seconds in. I see a comment here that says, not starting on time does not help subscriber growth, boys. Which is an interesting comment. I'm 39 seconds in.
Welcome back to the best division in football.
All right, first of all, the camera quality, amazing. Like, super dope. I love the feel and the look of this sort of podcast situation. And I'm thankful that you didn't start out like, just like many people do when they go live. They just start and they're like, all right, guys, let's just wait a couple more minutes for people to come in. It's cool because you're using that intro to allow for like, hey, guys, we're about to get started, which is pretty cool. The intro is really dope. But I will say, we can benefit from maybe coming in right at the beginning, teasing some of the things that people need to stick around for, and then playing that dope intro, right? So maybe the camera starts with you. He goes, hey guys, what's up? Welcome in. Thanks to the tribe. I don't know if you have a name for your tribe, the Authentic Tribe, or what's up, Beardos, or whatever, right? And then you welcome them in. There's people obviously waiting beforehand. All right, guys, we're going to talk about some really crazy stuff that happened in the NFC this week. First of all, we got the Washington Redskins with a crazy play that I can't wait to unpack for you. This other thing, and finally, a shout out of the day. Welcome. Thanks for being here. Pop in the intro. Boom. Now the intro has been taken care of. The hook is already there. I've been waiting 50 seconds to get to why in the world should I continue to watch this. Now, if I'm already a fan, then fine. But we want to get new people coming in, right? And a lot of times people might bring their friends in or come in or find this through an algorithm or you know, you're making it hard for people, especially to watch the replay. That's the other thing. Having a little bit of a hook in the beginning of the video before you go into the intro will help those who watch this later stick around, right? So hopefully this is making sense. That is something we have been talking about. Cool. Let's play a few more of this. It looks like there's going to be multiple
Authentic in the
camera
Beer,
angles.
presented by All or Nothing Studios. What's up, team? Thanks for tuning in to our Tuesday recap show. A very, very special show, might I say. We got a special guest we're going to bring on in a couple minutes here. We only have 2 NFC.
Why do I need to stick around for this guest? What's important about this guest? Who are they, or what are their qualifications, right? You're almost there. You're 50% of the way there. Hey, guys, make sure you stick around. We got a special guest in the house. They played football for one of the most popular teams, or they were on an NFL team back in the 80s. And he's going to come in with some fire because the thing that happened this weekend brought back some memories for him. I don't know. I'm just making this up, right? But it's just like, whoa, okay. So that that's kind of creating what I like to call a loop in a loop, right? So you've started this open loop in the beginning to keep people on. Now there's another new loop that you're creating. We have a special guest coming on. Why are they sell them? Sell the guest, right? If that makes sense. Cool. Let's play a little bit more.
East games to recap. Authentic's Giants took down the Beards Washington football team, and Dallas surprisingly lost in a nail biter to Pittsburgh. We're going to get into those games a little bit. Without further ado,
Good.
let's bring in the fellas. Authentic, man, got a little heated here during the part.
Yo, the video quality is really good. I love that zoom in. I don't know what system you're using for that, but that's really good. Dude, I think honestly, updating the homepage, more videos in a playlist, perhaps creating a few clips here and there that could be shareable on social media, findable through search because it's very specific, and a hook in the beginning would be crazy in terms of long-term growth, right? Just try maybe one of those things to start out with, and then you can go from there. But yeah, the intro's dope. The intro's dope. The music, just the feel. This feels very professional. I love it. And just like, hey, if I'm a dude and I'm like stoked on football, like these are the guys I want to sit down and just chat with after the day. And that's really important these days because that's kind of missing right now, isn't it? Like we don't have the ability to connect with our friends at the office anymore, at the water cooler to talk about these things. Like this is the water cooler now. And I think that we just need to, with all the noise that's out there, really sell the show right in the beginning. And that's going to do a really, really wonderful job, I think. But a lot of good comments coming in too here in the chat. Anyway, yo, we are 5 minutes over. It's all good. I wanted to make sure I offered some value to over the years. I was about to say over the line. But I hope this was helpful and good stuff, man. The audio and the video quality is looking really good. You have the similar microphones, like well done. Keep going because it's going to, I would imagine that within a year, like more and more people talking about this, try to get a really, really big guest on the show. How might you be able to actually like invite one of the NFL players on the show one day and just have a chat with them? Like strive for that. There was a podcaster that I knew who in fact took my course. Eric is his name. And he was a big fan of the show The Walking Dead. And he and his buddy created a podcast called the Walker Stalker Podcast. And they just kept grinding. They kept getting to a point where they were like, you know what? Let's just ask people who actually are actors on the show. And they were able to get one of the producers on the show who loved the experience so much. He shared it with all the actors. The actors then were all on the show. And it was just that initial ask that made everything happen. And then they were able to create a conference that happened 7 to 10 times a year with 20,000 people each. My wife and I attended a few of them, and they were massive. And it was all because of the podcast and the grinding that they did and eventually getting those big names on the show. All right. So, hey, Chad, thank you so much for today. I appreciate you. I look forward to coming in with you tomorrow. Tomorrow, we're going to start at 9 a.m. Pacific, noon Eastern, and we're going to have some fun doing some Q&A and just answering as many questions as possible for you. We're going to sit back, relax, check out some fun music, and enjoy the show too. So thank you so much for coming in today. Thanks to everybody who was on the chopping block today. I appreciate you for helping. Is lollygag the secret word? Yes, it is. Good catch. Anyway, y'all, I got to head out. Thanks so much. I appreciate you. And as always, Team Flynn for the win. Peace out.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
All right, y'all, thanks so much for coming in today. I appreciate you. Have an amazing weekend. Stay safe, stay cool, or stay warm if you need to. And anyway, appreciate y'all. Take care. Have a good day. Bye, everybody.